Hello, welcome back today. Another video of Ghosty Chat with Watto, also named Benny.
Watto's good, mate. How are you, Ghosty?
Yeah, good?
Ghosty, before we start, I thought I'd give you a challenge for the week.
Yeah, all
Um,
good?
we need a Ghosty intro track to your Ghosty Chat podcast, and I've got a couple lyrics I'd want to
Yeah,
float by you. You all right with that?
yeah.
So I'm thinking background, the Ghostbusters music,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're going to go, if you want to know about the AFL, who are you going to call? The Ghosty Chat podcast. Don't be afraid of the ghost. Well. What do you think?
Yeah, great. Yeah, great.
That's. I'm going to give you a challenge to try and make it. AI will do something with you. I reckon that'd be awesome.
Yeah, send me the lyrics and I can do
Okay, I'll send you the lyrics.
it.
What's been going on this week, mate?
Not much. I
Not
did
much.
I did running on Thursday training and I didn't get lost.
Great, great,
Yeah,
perfect. That's good.
yeah,
Boys treating you nicely down there at the breakers.
yep.
Awesome. Of course they
They,
are.
yep. And I got lost one of the training sessions, like the running one, that went like yeah, it was funny. Not funny for the boys. They had to find me.
They had to come find you.
Yeah,
Oh, that's all right. At least they came found you, got you to where you got to be.
yeah. So let's get started, Chewy.
Absolutely, mate.
What is your strategy for making the league better?
Oh, so we've got a little bit of a first out of the gates.
Yeah,
So I know I've sent you the link to this doc, and I think it's going to be posted in the YouTube comments. Is that right, mate?
yep,
So all of your viewers, the thousands of them, can go and check my thoughts on the AFL North Coast revamp. But I'll quickly go just run through it. Um, I love the competition here. Firstly, Brad Greenshields, he does an awesome job. He's only one man trying to do so many things. But this is as coming from a passionate person about the game. Just a couple of thoughts that I had to completely revamp our competition and get players excited about footy again. I know we've had some battles lately with Maclay and Bucker dropping out of the comp, and that would be really frustrating, as in changing the fixture. So I think we need to focus on the clubs that are set up really, really well and have the players. And I'm thinking that we merge with the AFL West comp. So that's like your Tamworths, your Gunnerdars, your Inverells. I'm thinking a massive merger. Essentially, what I've got written here, our goals is to get players and volunteers excited about footy again in this area and not do the same thing that we've always done. Expand the two competitions whilst maintaining the integrity of the individual competitions already and the histories. We want to stop these forfeits. We want to stop all these ground closures all the time as much as we can. I think we need to gain more sponsorship for the clubs to help with the travel costs if we're going to go and play the West teams. Um, and certainly, we need more social media engagements, podcasts like this one. An absolute beautiful way to start. This is why I wanted to jump on with you, Ghosty. You're a passionate man about the AFL North Coast. Is that
yep.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think more people need to get around these things and hype up our game. And I reckon you have started a revolution. Um, so just the expansion idea, really quickly, would be to combine both the AFL North Coast and Northwest competitions to allow teams to play more different oppositions whilst minimising travel whenever. Essentially, the North Coast teams will have 15 rounds, but play 17 games plus finals based on the four-team structure. So we're looking at Breakers, Port, Sawtell, and Grafton. I know Grafton needing a little bit of help, but they've been around forever. They have an awesome committee, some awesome people there, and I back them to bounce back next year with some more numbers, especially in the senior grade. So each of the AFL North Coast teams play themselves 3 times, so 12 games. And plus they'll play once all the 5 Northwest teams to total for a 17 total games. So the AFL Northwest men's and women, they'll play 13 rounds, but 15 total games. So each team will play each other twice. They've got 5 teams in the AFL Northwest, if anybody didn't know. Those teams are the Gunnedah Bulldogs, Tamworth Swans, Inverell Saints, New England Nomads, and the Lismore Roos. Sorry, it's the Lismore Swans, not the Tamworth. Sorry, it's the Tamworth Swans, not Lismore Roos. So essentially, I've done a complete draw, which again you'll be able to see in the YouTube comments of how it would work. I think the really exciting things that I've put in there are that the North Coast teams would only have to travel out west twice, and the West teams would have to travel here once. And I'm talking about doing a festival of footy, so where we use the great facilities of the North Coast and invite those West teams here for a full weekend. Just recently, I went to Western Australia and witnessed one of the ex-Breakers captains, Lam Beacom, play in his rep carnival. They played multiple games of 25-minute halves, so they were able to play more and more teams. So I'm proposing a festival of footy here where all the teams get to play each other, and it all matches up completely fairly. So if anybody wants to have a really good look at the AFL West and the North Coast mock draw that I've done, check it out. And yeah, I'm suggesting that we have one total ladder that has all the teams on it. We still do the AFL North Coast Premiership. We still have the AFL West Premiership, but whoever comes highest. So say Inverell Saints came first, but Port Macquarie Magpies came second, and Breakers came third, and Sawtell come fourth. So the top team from the AFL North Coast would go straight to the grand final, like what's happening at the moment. And the second and third highest team in the full ladder would play in the finals as per usual. The last thing I just wanted to say on that is that I'm suggesting that after both the AFL North Coast and the AFL West have their respective grand finals, because we've joined up for some regular season games, I'm suggesting an AFL Super Cup, which is after both the grand finals that are in completion, we bring the best team from the AFL Northwest, the team that won the premiership in the AFL North Coast, and have a Super Cup round. And this is for the men's and women's. They match up completely perfectly. So it would be the first grade men's competition and the women's side. They match up perfectly. I've also in the documents put in that on those weekends where the North teams go west, the reserves competition should have general round buys, so it's only twice. The exciting thing for the reserves is because we love our play twos, drink booze fellas in the resis. They will have a Super Cup as well. And I think the winner of the AFL North Coast resis would on that Super Cup day play the AFL team from the West who missed out on finals. So the West have 5 teams. One of their teams miss out on finals completely. So I think for their competition, it would be really great. Although they missed out on their competition finals, that team should marry up ability-wise. That first grade team should marry up ability-wise pretty well with our resis. What do you think about that, Ghosty?
They're good. Yeah, I can refer it. Go yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And like I said, there's so much more detail that I've put into the Google Docs for anybody to go and have a look at and see if they like the thought or they don't. There's plenty of tinkering that can be done, but I personally think we need to, get people cited in this area about AFL again. There's been through COVID and through the rain, it's so hard, to get players. I think we need to focus on the strong teams, and then also, in saying that, the Resis with the Northern Beaches Blues, I hope Nambucca Lions get back up. We have a Resis comp that we focus on their clubs as well.
Shout out
I,
to
you know,
Numbuccan kids in 18s too.
shout, shout out. They do
Yeah.
need some, do they?
No,
Yeah.
we in 18 our comp, we have like a couple 18 players in our from
Or
Numbucca.
playing for you guys. Yeah, I
Yeah,
did see that.
yeah.
Yeah, so they need a few more. So we want and this is the thing, Ghosty. People that are passionate about the league, like you and I. Um, I've previously been involved with the Breakers, and you're at the Breakers, but we want to see a good competition. That's my main priority, and I
And
want to
shout
see
out
all the
King
clubs
Tai
thrive.
too.
King Ty Brewery,
Yeah.
you're not on the beers at 11:23 in the morning, are you,
No,
Ghosty?
no, it is like a spec empty can.
You keep the cans.
Yeah.
Absolutely, they're awesome. Hey,
Yeah.
cool, Ghost. Well, that's my little bit about my revamp. People
Yep.
can check it out. Like I said, I don't want to go too long and make this too boring, but I'm super excited about it. I've put a lot of work into doing it. I don't think that it will come to fruition. And people, we would really need a lot of the clubs to come together and help Greeny out and get on board with it. Um, and the players to be willing to travel those couple of times to make a way better competition. But I think the players need something like this. I think they love playing, and the players that are playing, I don't want to see them leave our game. It would be a shame because rugby union, rugby league, soccer, they're playing so many different teams. They're not getting the same amount of washouts. So I'd hate to see people leaving the AFL in general in the West and in the North.
What is some of your favorite moments from coaching rep team this year and break is your past gig?
Favorite moment of coaching
Yeah.
previously? Well, this year was obviously a great moment coaching the rep team. Complete honour to do that. Absolutely loved it. I love meeting the players from the different clubs. And it was really good to go out to the west with one common goal, and that was to bring the shield back for the AFL North Coast, and we were able to do that, and something that I'm very proud of. Um, in my other coaching career so far, which is definitely not over, but um, I've made 4 grand finals and unfortunately lost them all, which happens. But I think the real win is being around your friends, being around people that care about you. The Breakers Club's always been amazing, and just those little moments where if you take a year off and you stop coaching, you really miss. The Tuesdays and Thursdays, seeing some of your best mates, catching up with them, chatting, going for a sneaky beer after the game. There's so many things I think, and I've been maybe too focused on winning and losing in the past, where I think the real winner is us feeling like we're belonging to a team and a community, and being the coach and being a part of that and creating a culture is probably my favorite thing um, about coaching.
Which players stand out in your coaching career? Not from Dag.
So, sorry,
Riley Davis said, which player stand out most in your coaching career?
who's the best player I've coached?
Yeah, that what Dag said. So like,
Yeah, cool. It's really funny because when you coach Ghosty, you're coaching people at different times in their
yeah,
own career. So I've coached so many people who, at the peak of their powers, they might have been just a bit beyond it. Were brilliant and wonderful players. So for me to be able to say that's the best player I've coached, you know, I'd have to say at the very peak of what they're doing, and that's in respect to all of the players that I've coached. So many great ones at their top of the game and reaching the top of the game. Um, Riley would probably be the high class sort of forward and key player. I played him as a key defender. We also know his first year we played him as a key forward. It really depends on the team mix up there, mate. I know the Breakers have been playing him down forward this year, and I think that's because they lacked a bit of height down there, a bit of punch. So that since they've put him down there, he's just thrived and thrived. So over the last couple of years, Riley's been. I rate him as close to the top player in the league at the moment, as in dangerous key player. Um, Another one I'd really like to mention, probably Jai Lindenberg from the Sawtell Saints, coaching him in rep. He's the ultimate professional. The way he played as an out and out midfielder, unbelievable player, and I think he's in the top 3 players in the league by far. So I'd have to shout out the way he goes about it. It's just awesome. But I've been so lucky to be able to coach so many great players. I couldn't, by naming 5 or 10, wouldn't put justice on the other 20. By saying just one, that I've coached is sort of Darren Funston. He was an amazing player, but we're talking 15 years ago. To be able to compare the way he used to play to the way Riley plays now, or somebody like that, is pretty impossible. So I do want to say, with all respect, that's just at the peak of their powers would be probably Riley and definitely Jai Lindenberg.
What we can do to make the 18 comp better?
What can we do?
Yeah, my comp. Yeah, like 18s. Yeah.
I think the AFL North Coast is doing this really well, and they've put a priority on it lately, is just taking care of the junior competition so everybody rises up. So you need to start from the bottom, under 10s, 12s, 14s, 16s. We want to see all those people rise up. I think great for the women's game. We're seeing so many more young girls getting involved, and it is amazing. That doesn't necessarily help the AFL North Coast men's 18s, because they go into the women's, which makes that thrive. So we do have to focus on both of men and women, or boys and girls players, coming up those junior ranks. And also, I think sometimes people that are around 17, 18 years old at the moment, the really good players, are moving to different competitions because they're better, they're playing different people. So that's why I have an emphasis on really the senior competition, having to rise. We have to make it exciting. We have to make videos. I'm seeing the different clubs making some really fun videos. Another sort of idea I had was that weekly, maybe a different club could send in a really funny video, whether it's a TikTok or something, for the AFL North Coast to post. The more exposure we have of our game and our seniors and our juniors, the better it is, and they make people want to stick around and play. In terms of the 18s, I think the 16s comp's pretty strong. So I'm hoping in the next couple of years it will get better and more teams, and it's up to the clubs to promote their junior footy.
What is your most memorable moment in your career?
My most memorable moment?
Yeah.
I don't know. In my personal coaching career, I couldn't say, to be honest, at this stage. I think my first ever game coaching was at home. It was a pretty special day for me. I'm forever grateful for the Breakers for giving me my first senior shot. The reason I got into coaching is because I'm not actually able to play. I had a bit of an illness as a child, so I'm not allowed to play contact sports and different things. So this is the next best thing. I moved to Melbourne when about 8 to 9 years ago to be an assistant coach, to learn the processes and stuff about that, and instantly fell in love with game day and footy and really the mateship that's around it. I love my footy. I watch nearly every game of NRL. I watch nearly every game of AFL, cricket, you name it, I watch it. So coaching is the only way for me personally to be involved in the competitiveness of the game. So, um, being there and competing is something that I love to do. I've missed it this year. I got that when I did the rep stuff, and extremely grateful for that opportunity too, to be able to coach the best players in this league. And I'm growing as a coach. I'm always trying to develop, doing different courses, and by watching the games of footy, I think it's really important, particularly for the younger kids that want to get better as well. You got to watch many games as footy as you can, and when the commentators speak about different things and point out different things, and on the different footy shows, you can really learn a lot about the tactics and what goes through the players' heads, and when the ex players talk, you're just always educating yourself. The more content that you get to bring in, and logging into the Ghosty Chat podcast, obviously.
Yep. If you have any question for me, you can let me know, and I can
Yeah,
answer them.
I do. I do. Soon. Have you got any more?
No, that's it. Now we can
No.
just, yeah.
All right. What's your favourite moment, Ghosty, of this season?
Probably like hyping up the team. That's my favorite moment.
Yep.
Yeah,
Everyone gets around you.
yeah,
Yep. Do you feel like the Breakers is a really inclusive place to play footy, and
yeah.
they try and include everybody?
It's good. It's great to come back this year too. Yeah,
Yep. Yep. You had a year off, did you?
yeah. For year 12, like last year.
Oh, yep. Focused on
Yeah,
your studies.
yeah.
Excellent. What's your future plans with the podcast and all of that, Ghosty? And what are your goals that you've set?
My goal is trying to make a meshes for the meshes for the mid North Coast and
Yep.
make it more impactful. I think. Yeah.
Awesome. Great. Um,
Mhm.
there was another thing that was really important and exciting that I did want to bring, and it's a Ghosty Chat podcast exclusive.
Yeah.
Do you want to know what it is, Ghosty?
Sure.
So in a few weeks, there's going to be a very special moment in the AFL North Coast, and it's particularly dear to my heart because it does involve one of my family members, and I know she'll be super embarrassed for me to bring this out on such a big public platform like this. Um, but many people may not know my sister Danielle is going to be the first ever woman in AFL North Coast history to reach 100 games, which is absolutely something I'm so proud of. For her, um, it's it her commitment, not only to the Breakers, to the competition. She's coaching the junior teams. She's been a Breakers club person of the year. I couldn't be any more proud of my sister, and for her to be able to get 100 games, which is so far ahead of anybody else that's ever played in the women's game, is a massive achievement. I think at the moment her 100th game might fall on grand final day if the Breakers women make it. They've got one more game in the regular season next week. She's on 98 games at the moment. I know that myself, my family, and her best friends are super proud of her. So I did want to unveil a really special shirt on the podcast. You okay if I do that, Ghosty?
Yeah, yeah, that's fine.
So we've organised these great shirts, and when we did it, we didn't realise that it probably going to fall on grand final day, which is a real shame because I know, speaking to my sister, she wants the team to focus on what they're trying to do to be premiers. They've all worked so hard, and she doesn't want anything to overshadow that. Unfortunately, with the new restructure of the competition, um, the women have lost games, so it was just going to be on a last round game, which would have been good. But I think it might fall on grand final day, and we had so many things organised, which I think we're still going to go ahead with. But let it be known, she doesn't want this blown up too much, but I'm going to do it anyways. So we've all got these great shirts. that say the goat and got pictures of Danielle, and then I think it says down below, our Breakers pioneer, Danny's 100th game. Have a look at that, Ghosty. It's a Ghosty podcast exclusive, showing the goat t-shirt off. A fair few of us have got them. If anybody else wants to jump on board and buy a goat shirt for the massive milestone game that it's going to be, please get in touch with me. I can still order some more before it. And yeah, I think it's going to be an amazing day, and so proud of my sister.
You can ask me more questions if you like. We
Yeah,
have
okay.
time.
Oh, we've still got time. How long we
Yeah,
got?
like 5 minutes.
5 minutes. All right. What school did you go to, Ghosty?
Jetty High.
Jetty High?
Yeah.
Do you know there's a very special person that works at Jetty High now?
You.
Yeah, it's me.
Yeah.
I'm the number one SLSO there, everyone reckons. Well, mainly just me, but yeah, it's a really fun place to work. Did you enjoy going to school there?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
There was
awesome.
there's my name on the when you walk in the store, they're like the year
Yeah,
12, thing.
your
Like the
name's up there.
yeah,
I'm gonna go check that out when I go to work on Monday.
yeah.
I think one of probably the best under 18s breakers players that hasn't played a game yet goes there. Zane Guthrie. What are your thoughts on Zano and his career?
Good. This
Yep,
I miss him playing this year too.
yep,
Yeah,
yep. I think he'll get back to his best and bounce back. He's an awesome player. Him and his brother, the whole Guthrie family, they're just bound with abilities, far beyond my capabilities.
yeah. It disappointing in the first game though too for him too.
Really is, but the type of kid he is, he'll bounce back better,
Yeah.
and his leg will be stronger than ever. Um, Ghosty, who do you think's going to win the AFL, so the main AFL premiership?
I'm not sure. That's a hard one.
Come on, you got to give us a name.
Probably Hawthorn.
Yes, that's the answer we want, boys. Did you watch them the other night?
Yeah, I go for the Swans, but they can't make finals.
Nah, they're left right out.
Yeah.
Usually, I'm not a big fan of anybody who goes for the Swans, but Ghosty, you're a good bloke.
No, I go for the
And
Swans. Yeah, I'm from Sydney anyway, so like I
true,
can't go for
true,
them now because they don't make finals now.
true. How many subscribers and new followers are you thinking post this episode you want to get? Because I'd love to get on my socials and pump it up for you.
Like
Try and get some more followers. What are we trying
fi-
to get to?
500 likes maybe? No, 500. No, 500 likes. Yeah.
500 followers total.
No, I have
Yep.
like no 500 likes. Yeah.
Oh, likes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's see. We need to post them out on the socials once this episode comes out,
Yeah.
and see how we go. I hope you get to that, and I hope you get to those amount of followers. It'll be good, and to branch out. Have you got any more guest stars coming onto the Ghosty Chat podcast in the future?
We I'm trying to get Dan Goers,
Who?
the guy who like loved Colton.
Oh, Daniel Gorringe.
Yeah.
Yes, that would be the best. His videos are awesome.
Yeah. I messaged
That would
him. Yeah.
that would be so good. He's a busy man. He's doing so many things, but
Yeah. Um,
you never know.
finger crossed, maybe.
Fingers crossed. Absolutely. You
No,
just never know. You don't know until you try.
I'm getting Riley and Bo next week.
Yep. Great. They'll be good. They going on together.
Yeah.
Oh, they're absolute menaces. Those two. You got to watch out for them. What about? Are you going to try and get anybody else from any of the other clubs? Do you potentially some mates in the 18s that maybe play? You mentioned some Nambucca Lions people that
Yeah.
play in the 18s.
Yeah. I will try get them. Maybe like after our 18 comp finish too.
Oh, good, good.
Yeah.
Very good. What are your plans with footy next year, mate?
I'm not sure. Just roll with it, I can.
Just roll with it.
Yeah.
Is there a chance of hanging up the boots and becoming just a professional media person, like a podcaster and a commentator on it?
I'm gonna try to get a gig for the Mid North Coast, like media and stuff.
Yep, that'd be
If
awesome.
if
I'd back you right in.
if they let me, and I do it.
Yep, awesome.
Yeah.
I reckon I'd be a big advocate for that.
Or the breakers. I can do it for breakers too.
Yep, yep. There's
Yeah.
some good people there. Um, and your own channel here is just going to thrive and thrive, mate. So that
You
would
know.
be amazing. Awesome. Well, mate, I personally, for me, I'm super proud of what you're doing. I think it's a great thing. Hence why I wanted to come on here to boost anyone that's talking about the AFL North Coast is really, really good thing. And for you to put your effort into doing it, I think it's an amazing achievement, bud.
I'm making this podcast for like myself and um growth for the game too.
Yeah, good. That's good, mate.
Yeah. I'm
Excellent. That's awesome.
I got like a podcast room sorted
Yep.
for a few episodes, so I'm excited for
Yeah,
that.
sweet.
Yeah.
Well, then you can have the background. You can put some footy posters up, something like
Yeah.
that.
I'm not
Maybe
making
not have to put a fake background if your bedroom's messy. You've got your own podcast room.
yeah.
Yeah, sweet. Who knows? I might have to come on as your guest host again.
Yeah.
If I don't get a coaching gig again, I'll have to just become a professional podcaster like you.
No, podcasting so much like easy to like make manage too. They're like it's hard work for a start of it. Yeah.
Yep. But then once you got it sorted, you're sorted. You reckon?
Yeah, I do a trade media thing this year. That's
Yep.
yeah, teaching the basics of the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, good. And just lastly, before we got to go, who's your favourite player that's ever played AFL, as in the AFL, the big leagues?
Oh, Buddy Franklin, he played for the Hawthorns. Like, yeah, I think.
Yep. Buddy Franklin. Yeah, he played for Hawthorn and Swans.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Mine, yeah, it's hard to go past Buddy. But I really loved Luke Hodge, the way he went about it, his toughness, his captaincy. He was something else. And I think he was respected by all his players, so that's all you can hope for in a leader. So I'd have to say him. What about your favourite player you've watched in the AFL North Coast?
Probably like the Valley Dagger and yeah.
Yeah, yeah, very good. Yeah, Riley's a big popular man at the moment. I think his head's struggling to get in his bedroom door as it is, so we might have to just take him down a couple of pegs. Maybe next week on the show, um, you can name it me taking down Riley a couple of pegs so he can fit in his bedroom door, something like that. My favourite player personally that I've watched in the AFL North Coast, and it's a bit of a left field one. Just the way he goes about it, his toughness, his grittiness. He does the small things like everyone, you know, your Aiden Wallace's, he's running unbelievable. Alex Pike, head over the ball. Braden Saggers, the way he played. There's been so many unbelievable players I've watched. My favourite, Jimmy Mullard from the Breakers, not playing this year. Jimmy Big Balls, so tough, stays in the contest, keep his feet. He's had multiple injuries and come back from it all the time. He would have to be my favourite player to watch.
Thanks, Watto, for this
Cool.
Thanks, Watto, for the podcast.
No worries, mate. Keep at it. All right. I hope that we can get you to your goals
Yeah.
and keep doing what you're doing, buddy.
And make sure to comment down your favorite moment about this podcast too.
Absolutely. The more comments, the more engagement, the better. And to hear about my radical idea of merging the clubs, please have a look. Ghosty's going to post the Google Docs down below.
Yep.
And if you want to get the GOAT Danielle's 100th game shirt, let me know. I can put another order in. $50 for an adult shirt, I believe. So if anyone wants to jump on board, please get in touch with me. Yeah, it'd be great.
Thanks for your time,
Thanks,
Watto.
thanks, Ghosty. See you, pal.
Oh,